to another live stream. It's the big one of the weekend. It's a big one in the Premier League. It's Arsenal v Man City. Oh, what a game this should be. At the Emirates, this is going to be an absolute cracker, I feel, tonight. I really do. I really, really do. The big news, though, is no Bukayo Saka for Arsenal. That is the big news. He is out injured, Bukayo Saka. A muscle injury, I believe it is. And that's a huge loss. A huge loss for Arsenal. And I think that just plays into the hands of Manchester City. Yes, Man City don't have Rodri, but I think it's far more significant, the loss of Saka for Arsenal, than the loss of Rodri for Man City. I do think Man City are going to win this game. I do. And I'm going to say it's difficult on this because it's at the Emirates. City went here last season and beat Arsenal 3-1. And, that's when Arsenal were in the groove. They were on a run. And City just came to the Emirates and beat them with ease, really. So I don't know how this one's going to play out tonight. But I do see Man City winning. I think the first goal is essential in this game. I think if Arsenal can get the first goal, it will get the crowd lifted. It really will. But I do think Man City are going to win this game, and I'm going to go for 2-0 Man City. I just think they're just, I just think Man City are going to be on it today, and we all know when Manchester City are on it, there's not really any team in the world that touches them, really. But it should be a really interesting match. We are approximately 10 minutes away from kick-off. We have had other games on today. We had 3 2:00 games. All draws. We had Brighton 2, Liverpool 2. That was an absolute cracker. I actually was going to do a watch-along for that, but, I thought I'm going to do a watch-along for this. Yeah, I don't really want to do 2. West Ham 2, Newcastle 2. I think that's a good result for West Ham, that. Newcastle would have been on a high note after destroying PSG midweek. And then Wolves 1, Aston Villa 1. So those were the results at 2 p.m. If we go to yesterday's games, Luton 0, Spurs 1, and Spurs were down to 10 men. Can we just send Luton back to the Championship already? Burnley 1, Chelsea 4. Same with Burnley. Can we just send them back to the Championship? Everton 3, Bournemouth 0. Really good performance from Everton yesterday. I think if they can start using Goodison Park as a bit of a fortress, they could do all right this season. Fulham 3, Sheffield United 1. Again, can we just send all the promoted teams back down to the Championship? United 2, Brentford 1. Absolute drama. 93 and 97 goals for Manchester United to turn it around by Scott McTominay. Mental. And then Palace 0, Forest 0. All of a dead game. But this should be a cracker tonight. This is the game we've been waiting for. Arguably the 2 best teams in the league. Clearly the best 2 teams in the league last season. So it's going to be interesting, this. But I just see Man City winning. Arsenal will have chances. They always create chances, Arsenal, and they're at home. But, I think if Man City can just start to dictate, find the gaps, that's where I think Arsenal might come undone, to be honest. But it should be a cracker, this. I mean, we can take the teams actually. I'll tell you the lineups now. I've not done that yet, so we'll do it now. So Michael Oliver is the referee. One of the worst in the league, but just got to deal with it. So the lineups, I'll go for Arsenal first. David Raya is in goal. Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Antonchenko. Probably their strongest back line. Odegaard, Jorginho, and Declan Rice as the midfield three. I think the weak link there is Jorginho. Don't really think he's been impressive as an Arsenal player so far. And then the attack just looks very, very weak. You know, Trossard and Jesus are good players, but, you know, ideally you would have wanted Martinelli and Bukayo Saka there, and they're both injured, so, you know, it's unfortunate. So, and Nketiah's up front, Jesus has been shifted to the right wing, and Trossard on the left wing. For Man City, Ederson in goal, Gvardiol, Ake, Ruben Diaz and Kyle Walker as the captain. Kovacic and Rico Lewis. It's a big game for Rico Lewis, I think, today. You know, how old is he? Is he 18, Rico Lewis? 18 years old, yeah. You know, he needs a big performance. And, you know, I'm a fan of Rico Lewis. I actually am a really big fan of him. I think he's going to, you know, be a very good player in the future. Was a big, big test for him tonight. And then Foden, Alvarez, Bernardo Silva, and Erling Haaland. It's a lethal attack, you know. I mean, you look at Alvarez, Silva, and Foden. None of them are that fast, but they are so very good technically. You know, especially Bernardo Silva. You know, he's able to dribble in those tight spaces, find passes that no one else can find from a tight space. But obviously, you know, the two big players missing for Manchester City are De Bruyne and Rodri. Rodri will be playing in this game, but stupidity got the best of him. You know, getting sent off against Nottingham Forest. I think if Arsenal can get the first goal, this will make this game very, very interesting. Very interesting. You know, I've watched Arsenal a bit this season, and defensively, they do look a little bit shaky. I mean, showing the table there, Man City 1 point ahead of Arsenal. Man City on 18 points, Arsenal on 17. Arsenal with the chance to go above Man City with a win. Man City win though, they go back top of the Premier League table, above Spurs by 1 point. Players are in the tunnel now, getting ready to walk out. You know, Arteta and Guardiola know each other like the back of their hands. Such good friends, but, you know, friendship goes out of the window in these matches, you know. You want to win, and you want to win good. So, yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting, this match. Looking forward to it. And also, you know, this is where you look to the big players. You know, I mean, I don't know when was the last time Arsenal beat City in the league? When was it? I don't know. Let's have a look here. So, yeah. The FA Cup. That was the FA Cup. 2015 was the last time Arsenal beat Man City in the Premier League, and that was at the Emirates. You know, 2015, wow. 8 years ago. That's mental. That's crazy. But the players are walking out now onto the pitch. You know, these are the games as players you want to perform well in. You know, these are the games. You know, these are the games you get remembered for. You know, and I look, for example, at Eddie Nketiah. If he can have a big game, Eddie Nketiah today, confidence, it could do him. Could be great. Obviously, though, for Arsenal, you've got to watch out for one man, and he's on the screen right now. There he is, Erling Haaland. You have to watch out for him because, you know, in both games last season, he scored against Arsenal. So you've got to watch out for him. You know, the big injury, you know, both teams are missing big players, you know, they really are. So, I mean, you look at the Arsenal bench, though, you just think it's not very good. Havertz, Nelson, Smith Rowe, Martinelli's on the bench there. So Martinelli will definitely be subbed on at some point in the game. You know. But, you know, I do think if Manchester City win this game comfortably, then, you know, I mean, I've said Man City are going to walk this league this season again. And I think if they win here tonight by like 2 goals and they're in complete control, just give them the league. Just give them it. Because, in my opinion, Arsenal are the second best team in the Premier League. And, you know, Man City are away from home. So, Arsenal have to put it on Man City. They have to put it on. But look at that bench from City. Grealish, Doku, Akanji, Nunes. You know, all very good players. All know the Pep system. You know. But Arteta and Guardiola shaking hands there. There is Bukayo Saka. You know. The first Arsenal game he's missed in the Premier League. God, how many games was it? Like 71 games he's played for Arsenal in the Premier League in a row. Obviously, that streak comes to an end in Arsenal's biggest game of the season. You know, this is their biggest game of the season. It is. Let's be honest. But I just think Man City are going to be too strong here. I do. You know, obviously Wolves beating Man City last week as well. Pep's not going to be happy. And you never really want to make Pep Guardiola angry because, or his players, because they will come out next week and completely dominate games. But what a game this should be. It will be Man City to kick off. Let's go. Get on the glasses. So I can see. Oh yeah, guys, I'm gonna shave as well. Yeah, so I'm not looking like a freaking idiot with a beard. But you know, players take the knee. Seriously, you know, it may only be me, but I just don't see the point in taking the knee. You know, I get the cause. It's for racism, but racism will never go away. It's just facts. And I think taking the knee is pointless, really. But we have kicked off. Edison booted it long, got straight out for a goal kick for Arsenal. Big game for Raya as well. the new Arsenal #1. Yeah, I don't really want to mention the Ramsdale thing because I've mentioned it on previous Arsenal watch-alongs. But big game for Raya as well, you know. Both very good sweeper keepers, Edison and Raya. Yeah, I think Erling Haaland will target Gabriel. That's a lovely pass. Don't know who passed that into Lewis there, but that was beautiful. I expect City to have, more of the possession today as well. Probably about 60-40, maybe something like that. What a game this should be, though. Game of the weekend. Obviously, there is an international break after this, which is annoying. What is the point in international breaks? Seriously, what is the point in them? That's going to be a foul that on by Jesus on Ake. I mean, I would have started Martinelli. I mean, I've always said if a player's fit enough to be on the bench, they're fit enough to start. Why is Martinelli not starting? I don't know. Let's see, yeah, just passing it around very comfortably so far. Yeah, I think last season showed as well in the two games that Arsenal and City played. City were the superior team, and you could tell that Arsenal were very, very nervous. Hadn't been in a title run, for nearly 2 decades. Bad pass out there by Raya. Guardiola couldn't find anybody. And Declan Rice has passed out for a throw-in. Early nerves for Arsenal. I think, yeah. And what was I just saying? I think Arsenal got a bit nervous last season in the 2 fixtures. Didn't really show up, especially at the Etihad. They got absolutely ripped to shreds. I think Arsenal have to show something here today, though. They have to show that they are title contenders, because we all know Manchester City are title contenders. I think they're going to win the league again. Arsenal need to show something tonight. Foden's whipping the corner. Back post! And it's cleared off the line. Bloody hell. City nearly scored already! And Ake's hit it over the bar. Oh my dearie me. City should already be 1-0 up. This is not a good start for Arsenal. It was Gavardo on the back post. Got his leg to it. Rice cleared it off the line. Headed back in. Haaland wins the flick on and Ake. I mean, he just falls to the wrong player. If that's an attacker, it's a goal. Good off the line clearance there by Rice, but bloody hell, Arsenal getting off to a very, very shaky start. That really should have gone in, that. But here's Jesus throwing to Arsenal. Bloody hell. Tell you what, if that went in, that would have been the worst possible start for Arsenal, that. But they've been let off there. I think what Ake could have done there is, I think he just tried to lace it. I think if he just, placed it in with his side foot, maybe try and chip Raya, that would have been better. But Haaland there, showing his presence early, winning that flick on, He's ridiculously tall, Erling Haaland. Don't forget, guys, like and subscribe. I don't know what watch along will be next after the international break. I mean, we can have a look. I don't even know when games are back. Oh my god, international break's 2 weeks. I only thought it was like a week one. So games are back on Saturday the 21st. Do you have any Friday nights? Merseyside Derby on at 12:30, 21st of October. I don't know about that because I've got football. Chelsea Arsenal. Might do that. Sheffield United, Man United as well. I'll probably do Chelsea Arsenal for that. And Sunday, no real games on Sunday. That's wait quite a while for the next watch along. Arsenal in with the ball. You know, it needs to start passing it around there a little bit, Arsenal. You know. Because Man City have a very, very big chance. Here's Ake, who did have that big chance and probably should have scored. Gavardio tackled. I think Arsenal has to show a little bit of aggression here. And here's Haaland against Saliba. Saliba slipped, but he's done well. Tell you what, that... I know Saliba won the ball there, but I tell you what, that didn't look very convincing. He looked a bit nervous there, Saliba. But, you know, he won the ball, so good defending. So lovely ball to Jesus. City are a bit stretched here. Jesus. Gavardio blocks, corner to Arsenal. Yeah, it was a nice pass that by Trossard to Jesus. The ex-Man City player. If he scores, will he celebrate? Probably. Odegaard to whip it in. Wonderful left foot. Why is the Sky Sports timer and the timer on the big telly like miles off? It's like off by like 8 seconds. Shocking that. Odegaard whips it. And Ketia won the header. Foden clears, it's high up in the air. And also have control of it. Here's Ben White in space. Here's Odegaard. Jorginho. So Arsenal getting a lot of space on this right hand side, but Ben White is offside. Can't be offside there, I'm sorry. You know, that's poor from Ben White. You've got to be watching that line. And he's actually onside, I think. I think Diaz is playing him onside. But Marsman's given offside. No. That's just too good, that. And it's Foden. I mean, that's got to be a yellow card. And it's a yellow card for Jorginho. He's in the book early. You know, you never really want to get a midfield a booked early because there's a chance he could get sent off now, Jorginho. That's a really good play, that by Gabriel. And here's it's Trossard, not Zinchenko. I think also Arsenal, they have to be clinical. They have to be clinical today. You look at last season at the Emirates, I remember Nketiah missing that huge opportunity with the header. Not sure if you remember it, but that goes in. I think it was 1-0 to Arsenal. It gets the crowd going. Arsenal needs to be clinical here tonight. They will get chances, Arsenal. I've got no doubt. But they've got to be clinical. Because we all know Man City are usually clinical. So Arsenal have to be. I don't know what this game mode is on Sky Sports Football. I'm watching on main event with alternate main camera angle. I'm not doing that. That sounds terrible. There's Walker. Here's Alvarez. What a player Julian Alvarez is, what a player. Also done well there. Saliba. Ooh. Oh yeah, Gabriel just boots it away. So there was a bit of a press there on from City. And Walker just calms it down, gives it to Diaz. And City have possession again. Good call that by Raya. Saliba left it. The pass was looking for Foden, but it was nowhere near him. It's going to be a very tactical game, this, I think. You've got two managers who are very good tactically, and Arteta and Guardiola. Obviously, we all know Guardiola is far superior of Mikel Arteta as a manager, but he's been doing it for longer. He's been at 3 of the best clubs in the world: Man City, Barcelona, and Bayern Munich. Arteta has only been at Arsenal. Who are getting there. They're on the right trajectory. Arsenal, and last season was a big opportunity missed for them to win the league. Many people said, and I think I said it as well, they won't get a better opportunity for a very, very long time. And I stick by that statement because I don't think they're going to win the league this year. And last season they did bottle it very, very hard. But it's what Man City do, you know. Man City, you know, they don't really try until like the last 3 months of the season. Then they put the gas down and really start going for it. There's Alvarez, finds Walker, crosses it, strike Raya. Yeah, Arsenal are trying to play out from the back, but the Man City press. Oh my God. Bloody hell. David Raya there. Nearly an absolute horror moment. Alvarez, with the press, closes him down. And he's lucky Raya there. It's Alvarez, but it goes into the side netting. Bloody hell. I'll tell you, that was nearly suicidal, that by Raya. There we go, Passion Merchant Arteta again, trying to get the crowd going. Such a Passion Merchant Arteta, man. Bloody hell, they nearly lost it there again, Arsenal. Rico Lewis nearly got that. Yeah, they're playing a risky game here, Arsenal. Very, very risky. Jesus just won a foul, though. And that will relieve some pressure. Arsenal free kick inside their own half. Jorginho boots it up. Gets him as a flick on. Cardio clears it. Well, that could have gone wrong. You know, obviously as well, you know, I mentioned Man City losing to Wolves last week, Arsenal losing midweek to Lens in the Champions League. So, you know, both teams have lost recently. Obviously Arsenal more recently than Man City, who played very well in Leipzig on, I think it was Wednesday. You know, I thought Man City were going to be in for a difficult game against RB Leipzig. You know, RB Leipzig did get it to 1-1, City winning it late on. Yeah, City's press is just too good at the minute. Oh dear, what on earth was that by Diaz? Booted out for a goal kick for Arsenal. Yeah, Man City are forcing Arsenal to boot it longer. That's playing into their game. There's Walker. Tries a long dive to Foden. Just couldn't touch it, Phil Foden. No, the City press there is too good at the minute. Marcel just can't get out. But now, can they try? Oh no. Shocking pass by Odegaard. I think this, you know, is starting to become the pattern. It's Foden to Ake. Nearly misplaced a pass there by Kovacic. I would have gone nearly nipping in, but couldn't get there. The Norwegian captain. It's not Haaland, it's Odegaard. So, you know. But City just starting to play that game here a little bit. And I saw that run by Gvardiol, and he's got so much time, so much space. Saliba blocks it, comes back to Gvardiol. But he was in there, Gvardiol, in a lot of space. He went unnoticed there. That's a misplaced pass, and that's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Foul by Bernardo Silva, and he is getting booked. You know, that's good, that, you know. Because I tell you, Bernardo Silva gets away with a lot, you know. He gets away with a lot. But he's not getting away with that one on Nketiah. Free kick, yellow card for Bernardo Silva. His second booking this season for the Portuguese international. And surprisingly, Arsenal had more successful passes in the final third. That is a surprise to me. City have been a lot in midfield though. Oh my god, what is David Raya doing? There's Bernardo Silva. Bloody hell. David Raya is all over the place. Here's Alvarez wins a corner. No, he don't. It stayed in. We'll claim that. But David Raya is... I mean, he just passes it to Kovacic. Luckily, Rice kind of puts Kovacic off a little bit. And Alvarez tries to cross it in, but defended well by Arsenal. But David Raya has not started off well here. And, yeah, this is... If you're an Arsenal fan, you're worried a little bit about David Raya. Because he's nearly gifted 2 goals. I think that plays into the mind game now a little bit for City. You know, when Raya gets the ball, press him because he don't like it. Here's Walker. Arm's not fouled. "25 minutes into this game. Good turn by Odegaard. There's Jesus with a bit of space again. Can he do better this time? It's good to finish that by Gvardiol. I watched the overlap run of White, but Arsenal still have it. Jorginho. That's got to be a foul on Foden, and it is. Pushing the back by Jesus on Foden. Jesus doesn't seem very happy with that decision, but I mean, I'll tell you what, it's very soft. He feels the contact Foden, he goes down. What a pass by Edison. I mean, Jesus, that was mental. Oh, it's fallen to Nketiah. And he's put his shot wide. I think it was quite a far way wide as well. First chance there for Arsenal, for Eddie Nketiah. Just couldn't whip his foot around it. Hits it quite flat. It's not even... I mean, you can have 2 goals there. Probably still wouldn't go in. Rico Lewis, that's a foul. Pep Guardiola giving Rico Lewis very high praise for that win in midweek against Leipzig. I'm not surprised. He's 18 years old. If you're 18 years old and you're playing for Pep Guardiola, you're a very good player. Odegaard's trying to get the crowd up a little bit because probably is a little bit flat. I mean, I can't hear the crowd. I've got the sound off. But it probably is a little bit flat at the Emirates so far because they're struggling a little bit, Arsenal here. There's Jesus. To Nketiah. Oh, that's nice by Jorginho. And there's Zinchenko, the ex-City player. Zinchenko whips it. Diaz clears it. Here's White. Jesus. Here's Saliba. That's a bad tackle by Kovacic, that is a bad one. Tell you what, mate, this could be a red card here. The referee's got a yellow out. Let's have a look. I mean, it's a yellow card. It's not a red. I thought he got and studs up down the calf. He didn't. There will be just a yellow. It's never a red, that. Odegaard, he does seem in some pain here now. You don't want Odegaard to be injured because then that is... You're in the mud a little bit. But I do think he will be okay. And it's going to VAR. I mean, what? That's not a red. I mean, actually, it is actually quite a bad tackle, actually, looking at it on the replay. He does get his ankle. And I don't think that's a red. I mean, it is actually quite a bad tackle looking at it from the replay, but it's just on the ankle. Yes, he stood on the ankle, but it's not high up on his leg. And I think the referee might be going to take a look at this. Oh, no. Just the yellow card for Kovacic. The right decision. That was never a red. I would be fuming if the referee went to look at that. That was never a red. I mean, it looked bad, actually, on the replay, because it was in slow motion. What are we doing with that? 30 minutes gone, no real chances created yet. City have had an opportunity with Raya nearly bloody getting the assists. No foul on Jesus. Fair tackle, says the ref. Oh no, the referee has gave the foul. And he's only given the foul because Jesus is in pain. That's why. Let's have a look, see if this was a foul. I don't know about that one. I don't know. I mean, I don't think that is a foul, to be honest with you. The linesman didn't even give it, and he was right next to it. Free kick to Arsenal. Relatively dangerous position. It will be Trossard and Odegaard over it. It will be Trossard. No, it won't. What the hell? It will be Trossard to whip it in. And, oh, Edison spilled it a little bit, but did claim on the second attempt. That free kick was such a weird tactic. I mean, I don't know what that was by Odegaard and Trossard there, but really didn't work. It has been a bit cagey so far. It has been a little bit cagey. You know, obviously both teams won't want to lose this match. There are the match stats. Arsenal 3 shots to Man City's 2. City have had 1 on target. City have had 3 more touches in the opposition box, 7-4. And they've had, I think it said 56% possession. But here's Haaland. He's got a little bit lucky there, Haaland. Lovely Trivella pass by Bernardo Silva out to Walker. Danger signs are flashing. But Rice clears it away. Look at the pace of Nketiah there. That'll get the crowd up. Good tackle on Diaz, that. Don't forget, guys, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. We have got 2 videos going out next week. We've got a start bench sell, which will, well, I'm hoping either to get out on Tuesday or Wednesday. And then we've got Premier League review for this match day week going out on the Friday. So those are the upcoming videos. And make sure to check out the recent videos. But here's Haaland. It is a stunning touch by Haaland. And there's Alvarez. And he blazes it over the bar. But that play from Haaland was very, very good indeed. That was very good striker play that from Haaland. Ball over the top. I mean, it's a brilliant first touch. Lays it off to Alvarez, who, blazes it over the bar for an Arsenal goal kick. Kovacic, has got to be careful. He's just made a tackle on Rice, and he has been booked, Kovacic. And I'm not sure if these can go to VAR. Michael Oliver telling Declan Rice to get up. I mean, that's literally a yellow card. He catches him on his foot. Yeah, Kovacic should be off. Barchester City at it again. That's the second yellow one. I'm not joking. He's off. That's a shocker, actually. That is an absolute shocker. How has he missed that? That's a shocker, that. Kovacic should be off. City should be down to 10 men. That's a bad one. Well, that's a talking point already, that one. Big talking point. City should be down to 10. And they're not. But they should be. And there's an Arsenal corner. Foden's down. What's happened there to Foden? I gets hit in the face by Jesus. Accidental though. Here's a corner though to Arsenal. Odegaard to whip it in. Cleared at the near post by Alvarez. Foden gives it to Zinchenko. Cleared it to Zinchenko. Rice, Alvarez away again. I mean, you know, why can't you go to VAR for second yellow cards? Like, that tackle is arguably worse than his first tackle. Michael Oliver, you have had an absolute... Here it is again. They're showing it again, Sky. I mean, that's the second yellow. I mean, how can it not be? How can that not be a second yellow? You know, all the Arsenal players are asking for it. I mean, look at... Here's the replay of that. That is an absolute... That's one of the shockers of the season. That's such a bad decision that by Michael Oliver. And you know, if Manchester City now go on to win this game, that moment will be looked back on. But here's Jesus on the right hand side. Kovacic slips. Jorginho, Trossard, Rico Lewis defends it. But Arsenal looking here to sustain pressure. Back to Jesus. Here's White on the overlap. Good defender by Gavardiol. Ben White to take the throw in. Here's Jesus. Odegaard. Zinchenko tries to place it, blocked. Zinchenko again blocked. Haaland's in. But Saliba steps across him. And Haaland doesn't seem too happy there. Good defending though, that by Saliba. Was strong. Didn't let Haaland bully in. Very good defending. I mean, listen, I never like seeing red cards get given in big games, but when it's blatantly, obviously a red or a second yellow card, it's an absolute disgrace. Jesus is becoming a lot more involved in this game now. There's Odegaard, tries to flick it, doesn't work. And Man City play out, they have got out. And maybe this was the plan, to suck Arsenal in, hit him on the break. Here's Alvarez. Really good defending that by Gabriel. Acrobatic defending. Oh, that's actually quite cool to be honest. But they're going to win it back. Zinchenko boots it away. Ake has it for City. Twitter's going to be going mad about that red card. Yeah, I want to see what Twitter is saying about it, to be honest. But here's Kovacic, who shouldn't be on the pitch. We all know Kovacic is going to score the winner now, though, don't we? Here's Foden. There's Gavardiol. Whips it in. Oh, Haaland ducked. I don't know why he ducked. But Raya again there, coming out. Nowhere near the ball. I don't know what Raya's doing there. Completely misses it. And I don't know why Haaland's ducking. Because I think if he doesn't duck here, Erling Haaland, I mean, Gabriel might get a slight nick on it. And that might be why. But it will be Foden to whip it in. Out by Saliba. Carvalho all the way back to Edison. And here is Gabriel. 5 minutes to go to half time, plus injury time. And what has been, I would describe it as a bit cagey, a little bit cagey, this game. I think Ben White might have pulled up here. He's still running, Ben White. I think that's lovely by Foden, that. I think if any team can get a goal before half time, you know, it always just changes that team talk a little bit, doesn't it? You know, they always say the best time to score is right before half time. So, see if any team can do it. It is Ake for Diaz. And here's Kovacic. I think what I'm noticing with City is that they actually, and you wouldn't really say this about Man City, you know, but they are a little bit static in attack. There's no real movement from Alvarez or Foden. They're a little bit static, you know. Whereas I look at Arsenal, especially Jesus, there's a lot of movement by Gabriel Jesus to get him behind Carvalho. And I just don't see much of that for Man City so far. Here's Saliba. Here's Zinchenko. Trossard. To Rice. Here's Nketiah. Can he spin away? No, he gives it to Jorginho though. And here's Ben White. Can Arsenal have a last flurry before half time? Here's Odegaard to Jesus. That's a good ball. Odegaard skips away from Carvalho. And I think Nketiah is offside. Should have left it for Odegaard there, the Nketiah. Should have left it. Bit of miscommunication there, I think. There's Bukayo Saka. All competitions this season, 10 appearances, 5 goals, 5 assists. What a player he is. You know, you always want the best players playing in the biggest matches, and it's unfortunate that he is missing. And this match, Bukayo Saka. There's Martinelli as well, who I expect to come on in the second half. 2 minutes have been added on. And what's been quite a dull game, to be honest. You know, chances have been far and few, you know, between. It's been a very possession-based game so far by both teams, you know. No one's really tried that killer pass. Yeah, I look at Man City, they don't really have. Well, obviously they've got players who can do it, but you look to De Bruyne who can do that, and he's missing. But for Arsenal, you've got Odegaard to do that killer pass. You know, not going to be a foul by Foden on Gabriel. Them two talking a bit of smack there. Foden and Gabriel. There's Pep. I don't know what the guy's doing next to Pep. Tell he's Spanish, can't you? And it looks like it will be 0-0 at half time. So heading out for a City throw in, and that will probably do it. And the referee does blow up half time, and it's showing Kovacic, who should not be on the pitch. Manchester City strikes again. It's a big call by Michael Oliver. It's a huge mistake by Michael Oliver. And again, the referees in this country are an absolute disgrace. Kovacic should not be on the pitch. He is very fortunate to be on the pitch. Can't believe Michael Oliver missed it, but it's been a half with very, very few chances. Yeah, we need a little bit more quality in this second half, and yeah, I didn't think I would be saying that for an Arsenal Man City game, but I think we need to start seeing the big players step up a little bit in this second half, because it has been quite dull. But I will be back in a minute, guys. Just gotta do something. Alright guys, I'm back. Well, you know, it was the second half that, sorry no, it was the first half that was quite boring. And you know, the real only talking point in that half was the Kovacic second yellow card moment. You see, the thing is that I don't know if it can go to VAR. I mean, it should do. You know, why would VAR be in football if you can't check if a player should get a yellow card for a second yellow and then get sent off? Like, seems pretty pointless if you know what I mean. But Kovacic has got away with one there. And you know, our Arsenal fans rightly should be absolutely fuming with Michael Oliver there, because it is a clear second yellow card for Kovacic. And if Kovacic does get sent off, the game just completely changes, and Arsenal become favourites to win. So it's been a very dull game, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not really been that entertaining. Which I kind of thought would be the case. I did think it would be a little bit of a cage game. I think this is a game that both managers don't want to lose. I understand that. And Sky Sports are talking about the Kovacic yellow card. I mean, this is the only talking point. I mean, the yellow card. I mean, it's potentially even a straight red for Kovacic. Where he gets that yellow. It's arguably a straight red. Doesn't get a straight red, which, in my opinion, was the correct decision. I do think that tackle was a yellow card. I do think it was. But the second challenge on Rice is a clear second yellow. I mean, how have they missed that? It's ridiculous. And there's the second challenge. We also play surround the referee, Michael Oliver. They're slowing it down, Sky, and you can literally see clear contact stood on the boot of Rice. Shocking. Barchester City strike again. But it has been quite a disappointing game so far. If we have a look at the stats of the game, City 55% possession. Arsenal with more shots than City, 5-3. One shot on target for Man City, 2 big chances missed for Man City. Obviously, one would have been the Nathan Ake opportunity, which happened very early in the first half. Accurate passes, 196, 87% for Arsenal, and 241, 87% for Man City. So both on 87%, which is quite strange. Both had 2 corners as well. But we hope for better in the second half. We hope for at least a goal in the second half, because I think this game needs one. I really do think this game needs a goal. haven't seen a ref this bad since Lou Sasso in Italian. I'd say, oh mate, well, welcome to the Premier League. Seriously, you know, this is the Prem. You know, we have the worst officials. You know, in my opinion, the Premier League is the best league in the world, but it has the worst officials. You know, just look at last week. You know, Spurs Liverpool, absolute shocker again. But yeah, it was a shocker that by Michael Oliver, and that could have some big, you know, that could be huge for this game. You know, you think if City go down to 10, Arsenal control the second half, probably win the game. But it's 11v11 when it shouldn't be. Yeah. Don't forget, guys, like and subscribe. We're about 2 minutes away from the second half kicking off, which we hope for bettering, because that first half was very, very boring, to be honest. God, why is there so many adverts? Can we just get on with the second half, please? Yeah, I feel for Arteta there, you know, because I know I keep mentioning it, but City should be down to 10. You know, when are we going to see a change with VAR? You know, it seems to be every single weekend something happens, you know, with the refs, with VAR. Something just seems to happen. And, you know, it's becoming a bit of a joke, to be honest. You know, in my Premier League review, the latest video that went up, I went on a rant about VAR. I think because it's, you know, I want VAR in football. I've said this. I want it, but it's the people running it that are the issue. They're clueless. They know nothing about football, any of them. There's the Ake chance. You know, that Ake chance was about 5 minutes into the game. And here's the Alvarez closing down Riot opportunity. Just hits the side netting. Yeah, David Raya's been a little bit dodgy in that first half. Wasn't very convincing. Players are walking back out onto the pitch now. Don't think any changes have been made for either team. Oh, doesn't look like any changes being made. Oh no, Arsenal are actually making a substitution. I did say Martinelli was going to come on, and he is coming on. Martinelli is coming on for. I actually don't know who it is. Who is it? Who's Arsenal's number 17? Who's Martinelli on for? Is it Trossard? I think it's Trossard. Yeah, he is. Martinelli on for Leandro Trossard. And in my opinion, that makes Arsenal more of a threat in attack. Definitely. Second half is underway. So you got a bit of lucky there. There's Bernardo Silva. One of the best dribblers in the world, in my opinion, Bernardo Silva. You know, the ball just sticks to his feet like glue. Bloody hell, right there again. And Alvarez puts his hands on his head because he knows how close he was again. There's Julian Alvarez. Bloody hell, that was close. There's Martinelli. Jesus onside. Ben White's the overlap. They go into Nketiah. There's Martinelli. He will make Arsenal better in this second half. Takes an Alvarez and he whips it in. Over the head of everyone. For a goal kick to City. And Martinelli's trying to get the crowd going. But already, Martinelli's done more than Trossard did. Like in the whole of the first half, in my opinion. There's Ben White. Jesus again. Only a throw into City. Gvardiol's just kicked there. Not the ball, he's kicked there. Good to clear that for Edison. Good shout as well. Arsenal started the better off here in the second half, I think, than City. And there's Rice to Nketiah in the corner. Corner to Arsenal. Quite a tall team, Arsenal. Martinelli to whip it in. Ooh. And it's a bit of a scrap. Odegaard! Over the bar. And Martinelli's not very happy at Odegaard there. But it was a bit of a mess in the side, that 36-yard box. Edison flaps at it, completely misses it. Martinelli's fuming with Odegaard there. Jesus tries to smash it back in. Good block by Bernardo Silva. Oh, Rice has done brilliantly there. And he's putting Martinelli. And it's a comfortable hold by Edison, that. But this is better from Arsenal. Much better. Oh dear. What a pass by Raya that is. Foden is fouled. And tries to flick it on, but nobody's there. There's Rice to Nketiah. So Walker was just punching him then. Oh, that was funny. Here's Jesus. He's seen a lot of the ball, Gabriel Jesus. Well, he can't pick out Martinelli. Oh, God. That was a bit risky that by Edison, but City got away with it. And there's Gavardiol. Powering forward. But it's good defending by Ben White. Zinchenko switches it to White. And that will be a Man City throw-in. Walker's going to get booked there if he's not careful. The City throw. It's Foden trying to wriggle his way out of the tight area. It's giving away the foul. And Jesus. No, he hasn't. Ref's played advantage. And then Nketiah. Oh, what's he doing? What is Nketiah doing there? Oh, Foden. City still have it though. And this game's getting physical now. But it has broke into Rico Lewis. Look at the pace of Martinelli. That's going to be a foul. Oh! Lewis scores! But I think the referee has blown his whistle. I think the ref's given the free kick to City. There was no advantage played. Rico Lewis, I mean, I think he is fouled. But the whistle does go before the ball hits the net. Maybe it's handball by Lewis. It might be handball actually. It does hit his arm. Can't tell if it's a City free kick or an Arsenal free kick. It is a Man City free kick. Bloody hell, ref. Why didn't the referee play the advantage there? No. Bloody hell, the officiating in this country is absolutely abysmal, isn't it? So bad. City tried to take it quick, don't work out. Throwing him with the header. Kovacic and that's to no one. But with Raya. And 10 minutes has absolutely flown by in this second half. Still in play. Jesus thought it went out, but I can tell you, Gabriel Jesus, it didn't. City haven't had a shot in this second half yet. Arsenal have had 2, 1 on target, and have had more possession than City. That's a good ball by Walker. Good strength by Haaland. And there's Gavardiol, and Arsenal here are a little bit all over the place. Here's Foden, Alvarez, good block. But that was slick from City. And Arsenal were hitting panic buttons there. But They defended it well. Foden just couldn't go with the stride of the ball there. There's Walker to Haaland, who absolutely decks it. He slips there, Haaland at a crucial point, and he gives Arsenal the ball back. City are pressing Arsenal. They're forced to boot it long. And Man City win the throw-in. Here's Rice, loses out. There's Bernardo Silva to Lewis. Ben White to Jesus. To Rice. Jesus to Ben White. There's Odegaard to Jorginho. Back to Jesus. There's Zinchenko. Martinelli. There's good pressures from Arsenal. Zinchenko's going to whip it. He does whip it. Cabardi away. Ben White with a clever header. Back to Jesus. And it's cleared for a corner to Arsenal. And they were in there, were Arsenal. Jesus just couldn't cut it back to anybody. Really good block by Ake. It's a corner to the Gunners. Can they get a goal from this corner? It's headed away. Zinchenko on the volley. Wild goal kick. I'll be back in a minute. Right, I'm back. City making 3 subs, I saw there. Nunes, Stones, and Jeremy Doku all coming on here for City. Clearly Pep's not happy, you know, making three subs. That must be a rare for Pep, but he's clearly not happy with what he's seeing here from his team. But that's a really good ball by Edison. Alvarez can stretch his legs. Foden, Haaland does get it to Gvardiol. What the bloody hell was that? But Walker will keep it in. And there's Bernardo Silva. And there's Diaz. Crossed in. Headed out by Ben White. Corner to City. 25 minutes to be played here at the Emirates. Haaland and Diaz having a chance. Whipped in. That's a really good punch that by Raya. Got a really solid hand to that. Or solid fist, I should say. This is Bernardo Silva. Again, though, there's just no real movement from the City front players. I think that's why he's probably subbing on Jeremy Doku, because he will add movement and a lot of pace into this City front line, because we are looking a bit flat. You know, Arsenal have been the better team in this second half. And there's Kovacic. There's Lewis. Good ball. Foden. Still got it. No, they don't. And Arsenal win the throw-in. Foden was nearly in there. And then Dougal the changes for City. Rico Lewis off for Stones. I think he's played well. Rico Lewis obviously did score, but the referee obviously blew for the free kick, so it didn't count. So we get Lewis for Stones. Kovacic coming off, should have been sent off. Got away with one there, Kovacic massively. He'll be coming off for Nunes. And then Jeremy Doku is going to be coming on for Alvarez. Not really being able to get in the game. So then Alvarez struggled a little bit, I think, as Julian Alvarez tonight. I think Jeremy Doku, who I've been really impressed with since he signed for City, could inject some pace into this game, because he is rapid. Don't forget, guys, like and subscribe. Trying to get to 250 subscribers. And here's Walker. And here's Doku. And Zinchenko's now got a completely different player on his case. But he sticks to his challenge well there, Zinchenko. And tackles Doku. Well, that's a good, easy header that for Diaz. And City here just starting to dominate a little bit. Arsenal can't really get the ball. Back to Doku. He skins Zinchenko, whips it in, no one's there. And this is pressure, this from Man City. Arsenal cannot get out at the minute. Stones is giving it away. Chance for Arsenal to break with Odegaard. But they've slowed it right down. I'm not gonna lie to you, this game, like, it's making me fall asleep. I'm not even joking. Well, my eyes are like, ooh, going a little bit. It's been bloody boring. Literally nothing's happened in this game. I'm not joking. Like, we've had no big chances. We had one controversial moment with the red card, but apart from that, nothing has happened yet. Literally nothing. And you know, you think if a Saka was playing a De Bruyne, yeah, we would have had a lot more fun, I think, in this game. But on the minute, it's been very, very dull. As Martinelli is fouled by Walker. Arteta making 3 changes as well. Copy and Pep, Havertz, Tomiyasu, and Thomas Partey are all going to be coming on for Arsenal. Oh, bloody hell, Raya again there. Didn't look comfortable. And again, Arsenal to force it long. City just regain possession. There's Doku. Odegaard can't get past Nunes. It's with Ake. 20 minutes to go. Are we going to get a goal? What has been one of the most boringest Premier League matches of the season so far. Oh, it's nice by Jesus. I can give it to Martinelli. That's really, really good defense. You know what? That gets an applause for me, that by Kyle Walker. The Leyton Orient right back with pace has just done very well there. I think that he gets a clap, because if he doesn't get that ball there, Walker, City are in a little bit of danger. There's Nunes. What does the draw do to the table? Does the Spurs still top the table if it's a draw? They do. As it stands, Spurs. But here's Doku. Hang on a minute. Corner to City. So if it's a draw, Spurs will be top of the table by 1 point. And just doing a masterclass. But it's a Man City corner. Diaz, Gavardiol, Haaland, Ake, all in the box for City. It will be Núñez to whip it in. And that is far too easy for Raya to pick out of the sky. And he does so. That was a shocking corner, that. And there's Martinelli. He's done well. Really well. And there's Odegaard. Shoots. Oh dear. You know, he must have saw his name up in lights there, Odegaard. Bit of rush of blood to the head. And it goes miles over the bar. So Zinchenko coming off for Arsenal. The ex-Man City player. For Tomiyasu. Eddie Nketiah coming off as well again. I mean, he hasn't had much support up front, but he hasn't really helped himself. Nketiah, another poor performance. He comes off for Havertz, and then Jorginho also coming off for Thomas Partey. Partey getting a big round of applause out, it seems. Maybe he's back from an injury or something. I don't know. Oh, that's going to be over here. Gabriel Jesus sneaks in. Odegaard to Jesus. Kept it in. Docu there. Couldn't hold it. With Partey. A little bit of Arsenal pressure, and that'll be a corner. Corner to Arsenal. The crowd trying to get behind the players here. It's going to be Odegaard to whip it in again. Odegaard whips it in. It looks dangerous. Over Havertz, cleared by Walker. Arsenal still have it. With Odegaard, Rice. Doku's done well there. That'll be an Arsenal throw-in. Ah, come on, Jeremy. That wasn't a foul, buddy. White to Jesus. There's Tomiyasu. There's Partey. We all know Thomas Partey can hit them, so I would not give him space outside the box. There's Martinelli. Finds Jesus at the back post. Very good control by Jesus. That was very hard, but tries a little Trivella pass, and that'll be a foul on him. Free kick to City. Jesus waving his finger saying no foul. think it was a foul. That's a good turn that by Nunes. Is there going to be a winner in this game? Ederson just kicked out of play. That's a rarence. Arsenal with possession every party. City picked him. Oh, it's lovely by Nunes. That is class. That was beautiful. To get out of that tight spot there. Really nice skill that by Nunes. Okay. So the issue that this game has had is there's been no real player who's wanted to break the lines with a pass. You know, every player's played a safe pass. It's been, I mean, the only player who's actually moved in this game is Gabriel Jesus, and his Nunes. Really good tackle by Rice. I think Jesus has had a very good game. Very good game. And he's been the only one out of both teams that, you know, has looked to get in behind. I think the City attack has been very, very standstill and very static tonight. There's been no real movement in behind, you know, everyone's coming short. There's Foden, good tackle by Jesus. Foden wins it back. Nine minutes to go plus injury time. I can't imagine as much injury time going to be added because not what's happened. Walker trying to find Haaland. He's won the throw in. I don't know what Pep's doing there. Nearly fell over there, Pep. Watch yourself, Pep. You know, you're getting old. You know, you've just had back surgery. You know, be careful. A long throw to Haaland. That's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal, I think. Yeah, goal kick. Pep is, I mean, if you look at the match stats, both teams one shot on target. Arsenal more touches in the opposition box. City more possession. City have only had 4 shots in this game. Right, that's crazy. That must be the lowest for City in a very long time, surely. No foul on Doku. Raya's looking for Jesus. And we won't find him, but Arsenal will win the throw. Partey to Jesus. Documented steps through into Arsenal. Sorry about my dog, people. You know. Oh, the goal's in! Oh, Jesus had to pass it. I don't think there was any contact. I mean, really, I'm going to look at it. Let's have a look here on the replay. Jesus. Nah, it's not a pen for me, that. Nah, not for me. Nah. That's not a penalty, that. Yeah, no penalty given. The game resumes. Arsenal had a good opportunity there. Odegaard getting in. Arteta trying to get the crowd up again. He is literally a passion merchant, isn't he? Mikel Arteta. You know, we can't forget, I think, was it 2 seasons ago? Rodri won it late here, didn't he? Remember? I think it was like the 93rd minute when Rodri scored the winner for City. And obviously, you can't score the winner today, Rodri, because tried to have a wrestling match with Gibbs White. Partey looking for a running behind. Here's Havertz to Martinelli. It's deflected in. And Arsenal have scored. It's 1-0. And you see, I tell you what, boys. You know what? I'm happy because City should have had a red card. And it's gone in off Ake. Martinelli, you see, what was this game needed? A bit of movement in behind. Tomiyasu gets in between the defenders, heads it down to Havertz, who lays it off to Martinelli. And the half-time super sub has surely won it for Arsenal. That was it. A bit of movement in behind was all that was needed. Look at that. Tomiyasu gets in between defenders. Havertz with the assist. I mean, Edison can't do anything about that. He's completely wrong-footed by the deflection. I mean, he's probably saving it, Edison. Ake with his hands in his head. Hands in his hands? Hands in his head. I mean, it actually comes off his face, Nathan Ake. Can't really do much about that. In off his face. And Arsenal with another late show at the Emirates. There's Arteta. God, I hate him. I actually hate Arteta so much, you know. And for the first time in 10 years, Arsenal are on course to beat Man City in the Premier League. And, you know, City just haven't been good enough tonight. You know, I think Arsenal haven't been great either, but they've just got that moment, you know, with Martinelli. And I think Arsenal are going to the top of the Premier League as it stands. Foden wriggled through. And that's not a foul. So have a look at the league table as it stands. I think Arsenal are topping it. So no, Spurs are still top. I think goal difference. Spurs must have a better goal difference. Well, they're on the same goal difference, actually. So if Arsenal can get one more goal, then they go top. 2 points ahead of though Manchester City. Arsenal would go. You know, you got to give Havertz and Tomiyasu massive prop for that goal. You know, Tomiyasu getting in between them defenders, which hasn't happened enough in this game. Both teams, he's finally done it. And Havertz with the awareness to lay it back to Martinelli, who hits it first time. Yes, there's a bit of luck to the goal, the big deflection, but you make your luck, you know. City have been poor. They really have been quite bad tonight, Man City. Been really poor. I think Arsenal have been poor as well, but they just had that one chance and they've taken it. 4 minutes of added time. And I think Arsenal are going to hold on here. I still think Man City are going to cruise this league. You know, we're very early on in the season. You know, if Arsenal lose a game and City win a game, City go above Arsenal again. So I don't. Yes, it's a big win for Arsenal, but I don't think that. Obviously, Man City are going to be bothered by this defeat, but they'll go again, Man City. But they are looking down the barrel at 2 Premier League defeats in a row, and I actually don't know when the last time that happened for Man City. It must be a while ago. But Arsenal won it late against United, and they've won it late against City. I mean, it's not over yet, but I mean, I think it is. I mean, Haaland hasn't had a sniff tonight. Erling Haaland hasn't had a sniff. Here's Havertz. He will just go to the corner. Ball still in play. It's gone out for a City throw-in. Oh, come on, Jesus, man. Get up. Oh, get up, man. God, I hate when players do this, man. Just flop to the floor. Yeah, I don't know who's getting booked now. You know, that red card's going to get forgotten about now because Arsenal won this game, and, you know, it shouldn't get forgotten about because it was an absolute shocker of an error. But it probably will get forgotten about. Diaz flicks it on. Saliba just boots it up. This could be the last attack for City. Edison boots it. Surely that'll be Ramsdale's, and it is. And that. Might be a game. It has been a really bad performance by Man City. You know, Arsenal haven't been great either, but they've just had that moment, you know. And it was actually quite a bad goal as well, if you think about it. Like, I can't remember a clear-cut opportunity for Man City. And there is the final whistle. Arsenal have beaten Man City in the Premier League for the first time in, I think it was 10 years. You know, they're only 2 points ahead of them. I don't think it's going to do anything for the season. It's just a nice moment for the Arsenal fans. You know, take it in. Martinelli getting the plaudits. Obviously, got the goal via a huge deflection by Ake. But all in all, it was a poor game of football. A game that lacked quality. But Arsenal go joint top with Spurs on 20 points, City on 18. And you know, it's back-to-back Premier League defeats for Man City. When was the last time that happened? But yeah, good win for Arsenal, but all in all, the game was absolutely shocking. You know, the red card will get forgotten about by Kovacic because Arsenal won. But nah, it's a big win for Arsenal, that. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this watch along. I mean, the game was awful, but Arsenal have got the win. You know, they're celebrating it like they've won the Champions League. Look at them. But you know, enjoy it. But yeah, guys, we will not be able to watch along for like 2 weeks now because of the international break. I do plan to get some videos out though. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll catch you later.